Hey, y'all heard that? The bigwigs are gonna dish out cash to Syndicate!
No, that's not it. See that new factory over there? They're looking to hire. Had some suits come down here the other day, preaching about job opportunities. How's the pay? Are they throwing good money? Especially for us seasoned hands. For real? Hey, since when did they become so generous? The election's around the corner. Even Syndicate's gotta roll with the changes. Just look around. Fewer gangs on the streets, new buildings popping up. My nephew even scored a spot on the executive committee last month.
What was that sound?
The juiciest election buzz, the freshest campaign scoops, and the most outlandish candidate tales. From breaking headlines to deep dives, we're here to sift through the truth and the tall tales. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the special edition of Truth or Troll, the election focus. Last night, hashtag West District Explosion topped this Phantom's trending list in the early hours. How did an ordinary explosion capture the spotlight in the dead of night? What secrets lurk behind the smoke? Was it a mere mishap, or a darker scheme at play? Coming up next, we will be talking to Pine, the commentator of the popular independent channel, The Hedgehog's Eye, ready to delve into the enigma surrounding this peculiar event with us. Greetings, Miss Pine. Great to have you here on Election Focus. What's your take on the West District explosion? You suspect this could be a political hit job in the making?
A political hit job? An explosion without casualties hardly meets the assassination criteria. This city has witnessed its fair share of genuine hits, so I fuss over this one.
Are you implying that some media channels are purposefully hyping up this event for drama's sake?
December's almost here, and with the election coming up, it's no surprise to see all sorts of dubious characters crawling out of the woodwork.
Absolutely. This upcoming month is known for its December surprises, where unexpected bombshells hit the headlines. Could this explosion be setting the stage for this year's shocking revelations?
This is hardly grand enough to kick off the show. It's just the East Side bigwigs feeling threatened by the West District's growing clout, using petty tricks to smear Syndicate's name. First, they use the explosions to grab everyone's attention. Then the mainstream media jumps in, pushing their narrative. Poor public security in the West District. Syndicants dissatisfied with policies. Resistance against East Side Capital, blah, blah, blah. That's all they know. The same old playbook.
What a shocking revelation. So, who exactly are the puppet masters pulling the strings behind all this?
No wonder the Prime Minister, aka our distinguished Speaker of this city, Stewart, is definitely one of them. After all, he's been trying so hard to keep the West District in shambles. Just imagine the humiliation for him if the district really were to thrive. With such a hot story, not a peep from him? Guilty conscience, if you ask me.
Is Stewart the only player in this game? The other two candidates both made public appearances today, promising thorough investigations. Surely they're not involved in this.
Who's to say? One's a sly old fuck, the other a total megalomaniac. What a show, what a spectacle. I'm betting all three candidates go down in flames. You care to join in? We've still got the whole of December. Just wait for the grand show, guys.
We'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. Thank you, Miss Pine, for your fascinating insights today. Now let's dive into some other juicy tidbits. An anonymous tycoon throws their support behind Max King with 1 billion discoins poured into Max King's campaign. Prime Minister Stuart's secret smurf has been exposed, his private life shockingly blurring his public face. Thieves justify repeated break-ins at the Eastside Public Security Bureau, claiming it to be a protest against escalating crime rates. Online betting no longer seems enough, as Eastside residents take their political rivalry to the streets.
Since NF-112, after humanity's initial triumph in containing BR-004, the 23-year-long BR-001 and the recurring BR-002 have also been successfully suppressed. Humanity has finally established viable protocols to address extreme mania incidents. The following year, DeCity finally found respite from the Black Ring crisis, ushering in a long-awaited era of peace and prosperity. At last, it might be time for humanity to dispel this prolonged darkness. With these aspirations for the future, DeCity will soon witness the most significant political event in the lives of its citizens. The 22nd DeCity election, coming on December 26, NF 114.
As expected, during the election, every party will do whatever it takes to win support. At the very least, they don't want to see someone of your influence side with their opponents. You're being far too modest. Let me show you something interesting. Found it. A precious shot taken by Mr. Donald. Raven wasn't happy with the original copy and made a few tweaks. The plan is to produce hundreds of copies and have the homeless spearhead a local promotion. We heard you're coming back to join the election on behalf of the West District. It's been a long time, Chief. Everyone's missing you dearly. Just some desperate moves from the opponent. Stewart's crushed his reputation by stomping on the West District these years. He stands no chance at re-election, and once he's out, all these radical policies will be scraps of paper. And even without any say in the matter, the West District's now sitting on a mine, literally. That's leverage we can use against those politicians. The syndicants have moved past martial arts. Now it's all about the verbal art of negotiation. Think about it. Just last year, the syndicants weren't even recognized as dis-citizens. Now they're back and making heads turn. How are things on your end, Chief? I heard that the Underground Mania network has been taken down. Things have been pretty quiet these days, right? And you've been running out of town for missions lately? You've brought peace to the city. Once the new mine is up and running, it will surely bring us a better future. This election's bound to bring changes to many of us. Chief, a new era is dawning. One of stability and progress. We'll all be part of it. And that includes you too. Chief? Chief, sorry to interrupt, but there's an emergency that needs your attention.
Something happened, Chief. Can't say for sure. It's not something we're used to seeing.
An emergency, right? Go ahead, Chief. I'm sure everything will work out with you in charge.
Breaking news. Yesterday at 11:58 p.m., an explosion rocked the City Hall at Building 17, 105th Street, District 3 of Eastside. The blast has resulted in the loss of 26 lives, with 3 individuals currently in critical condition. After Prime Minister Stewart was urgently transported to Eastside Central Hospital, he was pronounced dead at 4:23 a.m. despite all medical efforts. A 1-kilometer perimeter around the site has been cordoned off as multiple government departments launch a joint investigation. Currently, no details have been disclosed to the public. As District 3 has been declared under a state of emergency, Benjamin Carter, head of the Health Committee, has announced his interim appointment at the council. He will be responsible for overseeing government operations until the election. Notably, Carter stands 11th in the line of succession, while all 10 senior cabinet officials preceding him fell victim to the explosion.
The explosion is merely a cover story. Given the approaching election, it's the only viable narrative we can present. It is now up to us to uncover the truth swiftly and discreetly. Chief, the 9th Agency and FAC are both in position waiting for you. Let's see what kind of present our little friends from the underground have left us.